I've got a few flat bars. You're going to need at least 2. Got a razor knife, 3 different bit holders, the 5/16 square end, and then we have impact here for taking out the screws. So we also have a drill, just in case we have a broke off screw and we need to drill around the screw in order for that bottom of the tub front to be able to pop. First thing that we're going to do is take off the wheel well covers. They're down here. Once I get those off, there's a couple screws down at the bottom I'm going to pop out. I'm going to pull some screws off the back side of the tub face here. Once I get that out, I'm going to take a razor blade and break the seal across the top. Then I'm going to drop down. I'm going to start prying it from the bottom. And there is caulk in here. So on the back side of this, there's caulk up against the tub. I have to pry that out, keep pressure on it so it peels and pops. It does take a little bit of time to do that. Once that's out, then we have to take off a vent here and a vent here, and I'll show you that once we get into that. All right, so I'm gonna take my impact with my square head bit, and I'm gonna take off my wheel well covers first. I switched over to my long bit with a square head on the end, same one I was using, but just longer, so that you can get inside here. Set that back. I do have to take off this angle. Still recording? Okay, so that'll pop off like that. Then you switch over to the extension, which I don't know if you're recording or not. So I'm switching over to my Phillips head. I'm going to take out the 2, there's a drywall screw on either side of the tub at the bottom. Black head, I'm going to pull these 2 out, and then I'm going to pull out the 4 that are in the tub. There's one here, 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 and there. And these you don't want to strip out, so you want to be gentle with these. I'm going to go ahead and cut the bead of caulk that's across the top of this so that that'll be broke, and then I'm going to reach down and pull on the bottom of this to break the seal on the back. Okay, you want the blade to go in almost all the way in order to break the seal, and that's all the way across. If you can get it most of the way, all the way across is good. Don't have to get it 100%, but as much as possible. I'll do that now. And it is going to be difficult to get this through, so you want to be slow so you don't cut yourself. So I'm going to pull on the bottom of this to break the seal of caulk that's on the back. I'm going to use my pry bars. Here's one. And I'll stick it on one side of the tub, and I'll try to pry it out, and I'll get that in there. And then I'll try and get my other pry bar out, and I'll get this hooked up over here on the other side. Now I'll pry on this till I can get a finger back there. Once I'm able to get my fingers back there, I'll pull, and I'll just keep pressure on it and keep pulling until you hear and start feeling the seal break. Once the seal's broke all the way, it'll come out farther because the seal's broke cross top. And you can pull this out, and then we have to disconnect our furnace hoses in order to pull the tub face completely out. I'm switching over to a 5/16 bit to unhook the furnace hoses on the back of the tub face. There is a screw that also has to be taken out, but we'll loosen that and then take out the screw. I'm gonna get this one. I'll switch back to a square bit, and then I'm gonna take out the screw. Set that in there. Now we're ready to remove this. Alright, once you pull out the tub front, you gain access to the sudsor, which is right here. You have the drain just behind it. You have antifreeze tanks right here too. And then you got your fill line here. You're able to pull out, this is a tub stop, so it doesn't slide back and forth. If you take that out, you have better access to be able to see down here if you have any water leaks, any water on the floor. The driver's side does not have a sudsor drain. This has just got a drain on it, which is up under here. You got ample access to be able to see back there if you have any leaks or if anything's broken there as well. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is take a few of the screws out down here. We're going to take out the wheel well here, and then we have a wheel well on the other side. We're going to take out a screw on the lower left and right hand side, and we're going to take out the 4 screws in the tub, and then we're going to work on pulling this out to gain access. So in a Dyna Groom or Transit, the first thing you want to do is pop off this little button top. That's going to open up so that you can see a screw. This screw has to be taken out. It's a little different from a Sprinter. Take that out and pull this around. There's 3 screws that need to be taken out on this, and this bottom piece can come out. And then you take off the top of the wheel well cover. So I'm going to take out the 4 screws in the tub so that I can release the pressure on the tub front. not strip with these 4 screws. At the bottom, standardly we'd use the pry bar to get down here. You can get down here and try and attempt to put this in here, but you're going to wind up damaging the wheel well. For me, it's simpler for me to be able to get up here. You can use the pry bar down here or a knife up here. Just have to be really careful. I'm going to go ahead and release our furnace hose lines that are on the back of the tub front. I'll give you a quick view. There's a screw and then a fastener. Let me get this out. Tub face free of the furnace vents left and right. We're going to go ahead and take this out of the truck. On these trucks, when you pop open your tub front, you're going to have a sudser and a drain. And on this side, you'll just have the drain. With this open, you have a lot more access to being able to see if there's water leaks. I'm going to go ahead and take the button tops off of the buttons down at the bottom down here. We're going to take all those off and unscrew all the screws from behind. And then we're going to go ahead and take out the 4 screws from inside the tub. We're going to cut the seal across the top of the tub here so that we can release the pressure from the tub base. This screw goes into an angle on the floor. That's what pulls the bottom of this tub front in. Screws in the tub. Do not strip these. I'm going to take my razor knife and cut the seal across the top. Okay, now that I've done that, there's no place really down low to grab to be able to pull this out, so I'll try to pry and pop up on the top of my knife. You can use a pry bar on this too, but you got to be careful not to bend the top.